Moving to another subject, in a political environment as heated as this one, sometimes issues can pop up on a regional or local basis that might not normally pop up and swing elections. Consider the controversy surrounding Duke Energy right now, especially in the Tampa Bay area, where Duke had seen its rates raised in order to generate nuclear energy for the future, and those plans never came to pass. But ratepayers still had to pay those rates, and there are consumer advocates and politicians and others who are saying that those ratepayers should get that money back, and Duke Energy is resisting. And that's causing a big political brouhaha down in that area. Fill us in on what's going on.
This has been an issue for more than a couple years. Back in 2012, Dwight Dudley won a state house race in the St. Petersburg area, and a vast majority of his campaign was based on attacking Duke Energy and attacking his Republican opponent over, alleged ties to Duke Energy. So it has been an issue down there for a couple years. Basically, Duke planned to build a nuclear power plant in Levy County, and through the grace of a 2006 law, they were able to start collecting. They've collected hundreds of millions of dollars over the years for their initial costs for that nuclear power plant. Then last year they decided they weren't going to build that nuclear power plant. The customers have not gotten back the money. It's created a lot of outrage, fanned somewhat, I think, by the Tampa Bay Times newspaper, which has done extensive reporting on this issue. So it's been an issue that's, while it has appeal or interest in other parts of the state, it's very concentrated, focused in that Tampa Bay area. You have Republican legislators down there who are being very outspoken, some of whom don't even really face Jack Latvala, Wilton Simpson, these guys in the Senate who are in that region. They don't even really have much contest this year, if any, but they are being very outspoken against Duke. It's that volatile of a political issue down there. It could come into play in some of these House races. There's at least 3 very competitive House races in the Pinellas, Hillsborough area. So this is an issue that utility issues can be very arcane, and they can be difficult to understand, and they're very complicated. But this one is one that people have really seized on, and it's become a big political issue. It was also interesting last week, there was an issue related to this that went to the Public Service Commission. There was a request for Duke to give a $54 million credit to its customers on some expenses for its nuclear plant that never materialized. Duke opposed that. And all of a sudden, the night before the meeting, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, writes a letter saying she thinks they should, the credit should be given to customers. Some of these Republican politicians also came out very strongly about that. So, and frankly, Attorney General Bondi has not been very aggressive at the Public Service Commission during her time in office. Some previous Attorney Generals were more involved in intervening in cases out there than she has been. So it was kind of a, light goes on, but this is a very politically sensitive issue.
Well, it also, there's also been conversation about PSC appointments related to Duke Energy and other utility issues. Talk about that.
This is something really to watch if Charlie Crist wins in November. Governor Scott recently reappointed one current member of the Public Service Commission, Julie Brown. He also appointed State Representative Jimmy Patronis, who's a longtime supporter of Scott. He's a very pro-business conservative from Panama City. They are scheduled to take their new terms on the Public Service Commission in January. But Crist has already signaled that if he is elected, he is going to try, very likely will try to replace them before they ever do much business at the Public Service Commission, if any, that he will try to appoint someone else to those positions. He is arguing that the Public Service Commission is a lapdog for the utilities, too close to utilities, and that it needs a substantial change. When he came into office in 2006, he did something very similar, and he wound up appointing particularly two members, Nancy Argenziano, who is a former state legislator, and a gentleman by the name of Nathan Skopp, to the Public Service Commission. And during that time, the whole time he was in office, Public Service Commission was in turmoil. It was very divided. There was some personal animosity, so on. He is talking about trying to sort of, overturn the Scott decision appointments. Interestingly, all five of the members of the Public Service Commission currently have been appointed by Charlie Crist when he was in office at one time or another. So the Scott campaign fires back with that and saying, you take issue with these lapdogs, they're your lapdogs. So, there's that going on. Obviously, Petronas is a different situation, but it is something really to watch.
Thank you, Jim. For more news about Florida politics and government, visit the Advances section of our website.